So he has become from Captain Marble. Now he's known as Captain No Marbles.
Not Marvel.
Once again, we've come to that section where we vent, we cancel, we put the world to rights. Has to go. And what say you, Dan Raj?
Yeah, in Singapore there is this culture. In a taxi stand, you can only have 2 or 3 taxis parked together. Okay, so some taxi stands are meant for only 2 taxis. So near my house, there's a taxi stand that is only for 2 taxis, and every time there will be a warden standing at the taxi stand and making sure that only 2 taxis are there. You can see the picture.
You're sure? You mean if another third taxi just tries to join at the back, he would tell them to move on?
So that's his only job. So I was wondering what kind of a miserable, pathetic existence is this? That's his job, to stand there and make sure the third car doesn't come in.
That's how we increase employment. Right?
Yeah, but that's not a way, right? I mean, what is he going to tell his grandchildren? Okay, today I stopped the third taxi. Yeah, there are people dying of cancer. There are people being killed because of carbohydrates. But me, no third taxi. What kind of a fuck life is that?
Could he be also there to stop people from just anyhow parking?
Yeah, private cars, not taxis.
But to have that guy stand there and that's his only job, to look after this stretch of sacred road, it doesn't make sense, right? Is this the most important thing in the world?
And also, you do get cameras and things like that. So if you do it, you can get booked, right? I mean, the camera.
It's not the most important thing, but it's necessary in this instance. Probably somebody has complained.
Okay, there was once, right? Yeah. A guy was chasing me to beat me up.
Okay. Not surprising.
Yeah. And I was running away from him. Okay. When I was running, right, I called the police. Okay. Of course, this guy was a drug addict and all that, so he couldn't run fast and all that. I was on a keto diet, so I outran him. Now, the police took 2 hours to come to me.
Okay.
2 hours. But if I told them that there's a car parked in the third, the third taxi there.
Different, you don't tell police.
They will send a guy to stand there.
That's LTA versus police.
Yeah, correct. So if they have the money to spend on this piece of shit standing there, okay, why not use that money to have the police respond to you and faster?
No, when you call police, do you tell them your name?
Yes.
Then they know already. You are not important.
No, but
if you say you're like Alan Tan Chow, they'll come with
no. My friend told me you must say that you're a foreigner being attacked by Singaporeans.
Okay.
Then the police will come immediately.
Especially white men. If you say you're a white man.
Correct. When you are Singaporean being chased and your life in danger.
They ask you wait for 3 days. 3 business
days. They came
days.
2 hours later. Then they came to me. I was not even there when they came, and they called me. And then I told them to go and check the cameras because the cameras showed that the guy was chasing me. They said they can't do it. They said the cameras are not working. Okay. Then they have cameras for what? But anyway, this guy who's standing in the road and his only job is to make sure the third taxi doesn't come and park there has to go.
Stand Up Cat C and The Fast and the Funniest is a monthly open mic blowout that's been happening since 2018. Taking place on the last Friday of each month, a cadre of hilariously cool comics take to the stage at the studios of the Association of Comic Artists Singapore in Goodman Arts Centre. So get your tickets at the link below and don't miss the next episode of Stand Up Cat C's Fast and the Funniest. Stand Up Cat C's Fast and the Funniest. Laugh much, you will.
Jerry, you drive, right?
Yeah.
And you have kids, right?
Yeah.
Many kids, right?
Yeah.
So, have you ever drove to pick up your kids after school in the past?
Yes.
And do you just park your car on the roadside and then just wait and inconvenience other road users?
I have done that.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
I think carefully, bro. This might make you get deported.
So you have done that, right?
Many years ago, yes.
And you are one of those people who contribute to this very serious issue that we have in Singapore.
What's the issue?
The issue is that we have very small roads. Sometimes we only have like 2 lanes on the road. And after school hours, you have these parents who will drive their cars, sometimes very expensive cars, and then block the whole left lane of the road just to wait for their precious kids. Okay, don't get me wrong, okay? It's fine, let's say sometimes it's raining heavily and then you don't want your kids to get sick, and then we understand. The other road users will understand.
But they have this thing called a school bus, right?
Not everyone likes to take a school bus, right? Because Singapore, we are very rich and the kids are very precious.
So much time.
Of course, they don't have to work. I mean, Singaporeans, we are number 3. We are globally number 3 to have people who pretend to work very hard.
Is it?
There's a list like that. You go in Google, say we are number 3 on the list of workers who look very busy but don't actually work very hard.
Okay, so when I was doing my OJT, right, I'll share this story with you, okay? When I was doing my OJT, during my NTU days, I got a E. Okay, I almost failed. If I got F, right, I would have to repeat the entire 6 months all over again. So we were sent to a factory to do some shit job, right? So I didn't work. I just put my head down and I was no work to do. But my friend is always working. He's so busy guy. He'll go around, and then after the whole thing finished, he got an A. So I asked him, how do you get an A? There's no job to do. How do you work so hard? He said, no, bro, I was just pretending. The whole time, right, he was just doing this, talking to people. He does it the whole day, What amazing. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you just wasted 1 minute of my time listening to you. Right? So,
are you pretending to be hardworking now?
Yes.
No, you see, you got the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
That is a sign of hardworking. Just roll up your sleeves, people think you're doing something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm wearing short sleeve.
Correct.
And I don't want to deny that, just now talking about these parents, I don't want to deny that they love their kids. Right? Maybe out of love, they say, I have to go to the roadside and then I'll pick them up, so that they will not get the sun and the rain.
If they love the kids,
Yes.
then why they get divorced?
No. But you will think that they love their kids very much. But their love for the kids disappear almost immediately when you put the traffic warden by the side of the road. Right? When the traffic warden appear, suddenly their love for the kids disappear and they'll go to the car park and park there and then wait for their kids. Okay? No, so come on. Don't inconvenience other road users just because you want to be, you're so lazy to park your car and then walk to the school to pick up your kids. Right?
Also, that's lazy lah.
Yeah, so they're lazy, and then because they will say that no, I don't want my kids to suffer under the hot sun, then what's paying some saman, and then just park there lah. Why care about the traffic warden? So
why is that piece of shit that we talked just now waiting at the taxi stand and not at the school?
No, it could be the same kind. Maybe his morning shift is at the taxi stand, then afternoon shift is at the school. So it could be the same person that we're talking about, right? So, but parents or any father or mother who does that, inconvenience other road users, and then insist on stopping their cars on the roadside to pick up their kids and not caring about other road users, has to go.
All you viewers at home have probably noticed this character sat in front of us for all these podcasts. This is Captain Marvel, the original. Okay, he's the reason why I have yellow hair.
Wait. This is Captain Marvel.
This is Captain Marvel.
So I'm not a big comic fan. But I thought Captain Marvel is girl. This is the guy, right?
Yes. This is why I'm so upset. Right. This is possibly one of I think Marvel's best superhero. Right? Just imagine, in the mid-1970s, he couldn't beat Thanos. You all heard of Thanos, right?
Yes.
Avengers. So not Avengers Infinity, what it was called? Endgame, right? Right. You're talking about the mid-1970s. This guy couldn't beat Thanos and had to go and get the Avengers to do it.
So then he transitioned into female.
No, all of that nonsense came back in the 80s, right? I stopped collecting Marvel comics in 1979. So anything that comes after 1979 doesn't count. Right? So in the mid-1970s, I already knew that this guy was amazing. So imagine if Marvel had employed me. I could have told them, go to the Captain Marvel saga of the mid-1970s, and I could have told you to make that movie years ago. But they wasted all that time, then replaced him with a woman, and she's the most hated superhero in the
Okay,
comic world.
first of all, what's the difference between Captain Planet and Captain Marvel?
So, that kind of question in a comic convention can get him killed.
I still remember the Captain Planet song.
Captain
Planet, he's a hero.
Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, and that was a ripoff. That came from Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet, he's the one who knows the Mr. Wrong game.
Yes, Captain Scarlet from 1960.
Captain Scarlet, what does Captain Scarlet do here?
Scarlett Johansson.
Who was actually in Avengers, funny enough, right? But anyway, I digress. Let me tell you how good this character is, right? I can give you the elevator pitch. You know what the elevator pitch is? When somebody tells you something in less than 30 seconds and you can see how good the concept is, right? Listen to this. This is the story of Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel came from the Kree race, which was a superior civilization to Earth. He was sent here on a reconnaissance mission because they were going to take over the planet Earth. He fell in love with humans and then became our greatest defender. Right. That is a very good story, right? Now, for some reason, Marvel can accept that. They killed him in the comic, changed him into a woman and did some nonsense. Makes me very, very angry.
No, I don't believe you. If he is so great, why is he still only a captain? Because our Lee Hsien Loong became a BG,
Yes, right.
Brigadier General in 8 years,
Okay,
No,
and he's only a captain if he's so great.
I can explain that.
Captain is given in Singapore, right? Captain is given rank given to people who are not going to progress anymore.
Okay, listen, I can explain that. First of all, he can never be a Brigadier Marvel because he comes from an alien civilization. They didn't have that rank because he is white. The aristocracy on Kree are blue. He can never rise. So he's like a Kree Apu Nene.
Oh.
Understand?
Talking about you.
So he goes around saying there's blue privilege, blue privilege. Blue
Yes, correct. You may have saw the blue people in Guardians of the Galaxy.
So he reported to Smurf.
So this,
No, he was before Smurf. Smurf came after him.
okay.
Right?
I
So,
thought Papa John is like very old.
What Papa
He
Jones?
should have been born like 1,000 years ago, something like that.
who's Papa Joe?
Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf, Papa Joe.
No, don't get
Smurf,
confused. The Smurfs are a different universe. We're talking about the Marvel
Okay,
universe here.
so in the Marvel universe, right?
Mm.
These blue people,
Mm.
why didn't they make the white people more inclusive? Why did they become woke and be nice to the white people?
This is yellow lah, not white lah. Oh, he's white
He's
Oh, everybody's yellow, bro.
Okay.
So his hair is yellow, but his skin is pink. Actually, his hair used to be white, but then he went through a metamorphosis and his hair turned yellow. See, that's the beauty of comics. In 1974, I went and asked my teacher, I think I was about 10. I asked my teacher, what does metamorphosis mean? And she says, Jerry, why are you asking me questions like that? I said, oh, because Captain Marvel just went through a metamorphosis. And she goes, oh, your comic is very clever. It means change. Right? That's how good. I could read before I went to school because of comics. I failed my O-levels, but that's besides the point. Right? He, right, is the single greatest superhero known to mankind.
I thought Superman.
No, him, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's just my opinion, right? So, Stan Lee, rest in peace. But for Marvel movies and all of Marvel modern personnel, especially the guy at the top.
Okay, what if he didn't become a woman and became a transgender woman? Would you be happy?
Why would I be happy about him being transgender? That's even worse.
So he has become from Captain Marvel. Now he's known as Captain No Marbles.
Not Marvel, Marvel.
I thought Captain No Marbles.
Yeah, but I thought the other character, Captain Marvel, actually refers to Stan Lee. Because he is Marvel, right?
Yes.
I thought the character was named after him.
No, actually, the name, you heard the movie Shazam? Shazam is the
Shazam, yeah.
original Captain Marvel.
Huh?
Oh.
Yes, his
Shazam
name was
is
Captain
DC,
Marvel.
right?
Yeah, that's DC. Wow, showing his knowledge. He was the original Captain Marvel, but I think there was some copyright mix-up. Then he became known as Shazam, and Stan Lee saw that he could take that character name, and then he named Marvel.
He
Captain
appropriate the
Marvel.
name Captain
He
Marvel.
appropriated the name,
Oh, okay.
right? And for the process, I don't know who's responsible for this. Kevin not Kevin Feige, Xavier, I'm not sure. But whoever's the head at Marvel for doing that to Captain Marvel has to go. Thanks so much for watching the Unfiltered podcast. Remember to hit that notification bell, subscribe, and most importantly, like, as that really helps our channel to grow. We'll see you again real soon.